in the K2 1000. So that's not a bad start. And then the next bloke you throw into the boat with him is a guy called Riley Fitzsimmons, who was at the 2016 Olympics as part of the Australian K4. He's even though he's still racing at under 23, he is incredibly experienced. He's won gold medals at this level before in the K2 with his very good friend Jordan Wood. He's not a bad bloke to slip into a crew that's already got a gold and silver medal.
Yeah, definitely would want him on the boat, for sure.
And I know that the Australians have been very focused on this event. They'll be heading off to Szeged after this. Maybe this will even almost be the crew. There's a couple of changes that will happen in Szeged, but this is almost your top level Australian K4. So keep an eye on them in lane 5.
Just how the boat gels. I think you want in the front, you of course just want your captain, someone that the whole team respects, the whole crew respects, and knows that it's going to set the right rate, the right tone for the whole boat. Usually seat 2, you've got your more powerful guy, and then the back 2 are literally just the big meatheads that are going to grind it out for you and push you over the line.
Is it a good sign, Trevor, that everyone in the Australian crew has exactly the same haircut?
Exactly. I haven't seen that. Short back and sides.
That is bonding for you. I think somebody went crazy with the clippers. I think it might have been Riley, because he does like handing out a few haircuts here and there. Okay, we're about to get underway. The men's under 23 K4 500, they're off and racing. That is your Australian crew. Not in their regular boat. I think they borrowed it from the Spanish, but then you don't normally see them in a red boat. They called it the Red Rocket yesterday. Let's see if it serves them well today. They are off and racing, but on the outside, it's the Germans who have gone out the quickest. They are really throwing it down early and telling the Australians, well, if you want to win this gold, you're going to have to work hard to do it. The early signs seem to be that the Germans had gone out the fastest. The Australians alongside them, just keeping in touch, but it's the Germans, Portuguese also going strong at this stage. We head down towards the middle part of the race.
Yeah, I think the Germans are out there, God.
The Germans have really thrown it out. I mean, do you tire in a 500 K4 race?
Oh yeah, there's definitely big blowouts that can happen in the last 50 metres.
So
just whether or not they can maintain it.
Okay, the board says Denmark in front, but I'm pretty certain that's not right. I'm pretty certain it's the Germans that were out the hardest.
I think the Danes are starting to push through. You've got the Australians pushing through.
The Australians pushing through now, making their presence felt. So it was the Germans who went out really, really hard, but the Australians just sneaking through now, and Denmark. And on the inside of the Australians, it's the Hungarians. We are in for a cracker of a finish here. Here are the Hungarians who are also finishing nice and strong. It looks like Hungary and Australia are fighting out. I think Australia got their nose in front and should get there. It's the Australians. Oh, Australia, Hungary, Denmark. Australia, Hungary, Denmark. Maybe Australia, Denmark, Hungary. Good finish from the Danes. The Germans tired after really throwing it out there for the first.
Yeah, really went for it in that first 250.
The Australians timed their race to perfection. They didn't panic when they saw the Germans going out hard early.
Yeah, I think that was a perfect race from the Australians there, the Danes as well, the Hungarians, not letting the Germans get to their heads, just racing their race and waiting for that last little pickup in the last 200.
Well, that is a gold medal for Australia, their second one of the weekend, and they'll be pretty pumped with that. That is Riley Fitzsimmons, the 2016 Olympian. Tom Green, who is a very exciting talent for the Australian team. Jackson Collins, whose father, Daniel, he's probably watching. Good evening to you, Daniel, back in Australia. Of course, an Olympian and a former Australian Olympian. And as I mentioned in the introduction, Jean van der Westhuyzen joining Australia from South Africa and is really slotted into this team. There is confirmation the Danes did get second and the Hungarians third. The Germans fading to fourth. What did you make of that race, Trev?
That was a really good race. I think the Danes will be really happy with that coming from Euros, where I think they just about missed out on the medals there. I think that was just shows how good K4 500 racing can be. We had 4 boats up there pushing it on. Yeah, that, like you were saying, that Tom Green guy, I think he's the monster, not me.
Yeah, well, he is, and the guy sitting just behind him, Jackson Collins, he used to play Australian football, Australian rules football. You can look at this, check out the shoulders on him, sitting in third seat in the boat. He's a fairly big lad as well. Riley Fitzsimmons, or Riz as he's known in Australian circles. And there's Tom Green there in the second spot. He'll be pretty happy with his efforts for this week. They all head off to Szeged now. Yeah, there's a bit of muscle there. There's a bit of Trevor Thompson about them. So congratulations to the Australians. Let's look at the finish there. Wow, the Danes just got up over the Hungarians. Good call, Trev. Got a good set of peepers on you. And bronze to the Hungarians. And the Germans fading there. Well, I wonder what their thoughts were. I mean, did they think if they took it out hard early, they might blow the Australians out of the water? Or maybe they thought that was their best chance of possibly finishing on the podium if they could blow everyone out early on.
Yeah, I think a lot with all them K4s, you want a really good start, get the top speed in, and then relax. Maybe they just held the start for a bit too long. If they maybe called the relax a bit earlier, maybe the race would have been a bit different. But it's always hard judging when to stop your start and when to just let the boat start running. I think the Australians, the Danes and the Hungarians really kept a nice pace through there.
So, wonderful result there for the Australians. As I mentioned, their second gold medal of the week, which is a good result for them. They also picked up gold last year.
Accompanied by the team leader from Australia.
Australia.
The gold medal and the title of world champions Australia. Riley Fitzsimmons, Thomas Green, Jackson Collins, Jan van der Hooten.
Doamnelor și domnilor, vă rugăm să vă ridicați în picioare. Urmează intonarea imnului Australiei.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for Australia's national anthem.
Mulțumim frumos!
Thank you.